Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, another video of my health chronicles. If you can tell by the title, the just is really emphasized, like just meaning just last night I decided to go vegan. And I'll kind of tell you how I came to that conclusion. But if you watched my backstory video, you've heard me talk about the recent lupus pre-diagnosis. I call it pre-diagnosis because it's not confirmed yet. I have to wait to see the rheumatologist or whatever to determine if that's what's really going on, if something else is wreaking havoc in my body. I don't know. So in the meantime, I've just been trying to figure out how to maintain. But I've been driving myself crazy trying to determine if what I'm doing is right or wrong for my body and what's going on. And so it can be kind of, nerve-wracking to just sit and wonder like what's going on inside of your body because you can't see it. Nobody else can either. So ever since I visited the naturopathic doctor, that was in April, it's July now, so it's been 3 full months that I have been like obsessed with food, but not in a good way. So I've been looking at ingredients like crazy, like can I have this, can I not have this, because of the whole blood type diet thing. I've also just been trying to figure out, like, is this thing legit? Like, am I killing myself by eating oranges because the list that I shouldn't eat oranges? So simple stuff like that. So I've been definitely staying awake at night thinking about this stuff, trying to figure out a routine that's feasible for me, something that's realistic. How do I cook for my family and how do I cook for myself? Just all types of things ever since I visited the naturopathic doctor, and I've been stressing myself out like crazy. I rarely sleep at night because I'm up thinking about this stuff, researching on Pinterest, on YouTube, watching videos, reading blogs, reading articles and journals and all of this stuff. So I actually was going to do a video about like my new daily routine since the whole lupus conversation or whatever. But because I just decided to go vegan last night, there's no need for that video. But I will share with you some of the things that I was doing. But it was crazy and it was stressing me out because on my mental checklist, I was like, okay, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Okay, I didn't do this and I need to make time. And it was just too much. So I actually wrote it down. All of that stuff I was doing daily. And I'll just read you some of the stuff. Like I would wake up and drink lemon water. But I also was trying to incorporate apple cider vinegar because everybody says that that's, thing to do. It alkalizes your body, all of that stuff. So I was like, well, if I mix the apple cider vinegar with the lemon water, then I'll just, two birds, one stone. And so I was trying to do that every morning. Because prior to that, I was trying to take apple cider vinegar after every meal or before every meal. And that's just not realistic, especially when you're on the go and you're here, there, and everywhere. It's just not realistic to remember to take apple cider vinegar. So I thought that by combining it with the lemon water early in the morning, like that was my go-to, that was my thing. I also was taking bowel supplements before every meal because I had gallbladder surgery in September. That's in my backstory video. And so when I went to the naturopathic doctor, she was telling me that I needed to take bowel supplements with every meal until my body starts. My son just wrote me a note and slid under the door. Sorry. Until my body starts producing it enough or all this other stuff. But then I was kind of only taking it if I knew I was eating something like really fatty to kind of, balance it out. So I was taking bowel supplements. I was taking colloidal silver. Colloidal silver I got from the naturopathic doctor as well. It's like a natural antibiotic that I used to use like back in the day. But it's controversial. A lot of people say you shouldn't digest it because it kills healthy and bad bacteria. Some people say it's turning your skin blue. All of this different controversy over colloidal silver. But I was taking it. I did like a revamp mode type thing where you take a higher dose for 2 days, then like you cut that dose in half for 2 days, and then you just do a maintain protocol, which is like a teaspoon a day. Teaspoon twice a day, in the morning and at night. As I was trying to remember to take that, I was taking probiotics because, again, obviously I have a leaky gut because of like whatever, all this stuff that has been happening like with my digestive system and stuff. So I was taking probiotics. I was trying to take Benefiber. I probably took Benefiber like once or twice because it's just something extra to do, kind of like the apple cider vinegar. Like, you have to, it's not easy to take it with you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to be home to get that stuff done. So, but I was trying to do like a protein smoothie every day and incorporate flaxseed to help with digestion too, because I drink Smooth Move tea because I'm quite often constipated, and that was like my initial reason for going to the gastroenterologist, was because of constipation and bloating and all of that stuff. And so even after surgery and whatever, going to the naturopathic doctor, I'm still struggling with that. And so I drink Smooth Move tea, but it's kind of like a laxative tea, and so it does help. I mean, obviously, but I didn't want my body to become dependent on that. So I'm trying to incorporate different things in my diet that will kind of naturally get my organs to moving and stuff, because if they're not having to work, they're going to shut down, and that's kind of what happened to my gallbladder. So yeah, I was doing all of that stuff, or trying to do all of that stuff. And so you can imagine, like, I'm trying to plan out my day, like, okay, I need to drink my lemon water and apple cider vinegar, and then I need to eat breakfast, and then I need to take my colloidal silver, and then I need to wait an hour, take a probiotic with a snack, and maybe my Benefiber, and then, like, it was just too much. So that added another level of stress. So that's kind of what's been going on since April. And just not knowing, not having another avenue to go to. I thought about going to see another naturopathic doctor to see if they would tell me something different, but being that naturopaths are independent, you know, you can't file your insurance with it, so everything is out of pocket, and those appointments cost like $300 to, like, my first appointment I paid $390 maybe. And then the second appointment that I paid, the visit was $90, but with all the supplements and stuff, I ended up paying like $250. So all of that is out of pocket. And I was just like, I don't want to start this process over again with somebody else and, you know, be out of $300 more. So just not knowing is very nerve-wracking. So I've been doing, again, like I said, I've been doing a lot of researching, looking at YouTube videos, testimonials, different things. And what I kept coming across was people saying, you know, your diet changes everything. And I was up last night because obviously I'm an insomniac, I can't sleep. And so I was just looking at YouTube videos of like normal people, like not doctors or anything, but regular people sharing their testimonials about a raw foods diet. And I had been reading about it, but I guess I just got convicted last night. And how, you know, eating a raw food diet cut out the inflammation, put their lupus in remission, and actually, I guess, cured it to where they weren't testing positive on the ANA test anymore. And so I just sat there and I was just like, that's what I have to do, because the slightest thing that I will eat that's not a fruit or vegetable will like tear my stomach up. And not tear it up like I have diarrhea or anything, but like the feeling of it. Like I get nauseous, it feels full, it feels bloated, feels like ugh. The other day my husband and I went out and I ate, if you've ever been to Olive Garden, I ate a salad, and then I had like the lasagna fritter, but I only had like 2 noodles. And when I tell you the fatigue that hit my body, I could barely move when I got home. And I was kind of depressed. Not like a long depression, but it was just like, man, like the slightest thing that I do, you know, outside of what I've been doing, it's like knocking me on my butt. And I guess it had been like that, and I was so used to feeling bad that I just kept going. But now, since I have kind of detoxed my body and been eating lighter stuff and fruits and vegetables mainly, you know, I'm able to tell the difference a lot better. And so after feeling horrible for like the past couple days, and then, you know, watching these YouTube videos and reading all this stuff, it's like I knew, but, you know, you kind of want to find like that one piece of information. It's like, oh yeah, I don't need to do that. And so that's kind of what I was waiting for, but it never happened. And so I just kind of got convicted that, yeah, I need to go vegan. I think I was looking it up. It's called a Paris vegan. So I'm a Paris vegan. And a Paris vegan is where you're vegan, most of the time, like when you're at home and by yourself and how you cook and da. But when you're out socializing with friends or family, then you kind of, it's not going all in, but you're a little more lenient on yourself as to what you take in. But you got to know that you're going to feel terrible the next day or the couple days afterwards. So that's what I decided, and I think it's gonna help me out a lot, because I won't have to stress about doing all of this stuff on this list, wondering if what I'm putting in my body is good for it or bad for it. Like, because raw foods it comes from the earth. It's natural. It's gonna be good for my body. I'm gonna feel great. So I think that'll take some of the stress away about, if I eat this, is it gonna tear my stomach up and and plus I want to be healthy for my family. I actually had just decided that I wanted to have another baby, right before I got the call about the whole lupus thing. And so that made my world come crashing down, because I'm just I finally came into myself and decided that, I wanted to have another child. And now it's if I have lupus, probably can't have another child because it's a high-risk pregnancy. It will be my third C-section. So that's already risky in and of itself. And is it worth the risk? And I don't think it is, for me or the baby. And so in order to heal myself and be good for my family and potentially another child, I think this is a step that I need to take. So hopefully you'll join me on the journey as I go vegan. I know it's not going to be easy, because I literally cried last night just thinking about, I'm not going to be able to have pizza anymore. So it was difficult, but it's a needed decision that I had to make. So stay tuned for the next episode on the Health Chronicles.